Hi, so Charlie giving you Friday's live trading. Hopefully, it's just coming up to 8 o'clock. For the purpose of disclosure, I have to disclose that I've actually in a trade which is triggered in overnight on the dollar yen here. If I actually take us out to an hourly chart or 4 hourly chart, actually, let's do that. Then we'll see. I put a limit order in yesterday down here at the 4 hourly 50. And it's obviously come down there overnight. It was a tiny, well, I say a tiny little order. It is a tiny little order on the account, so it's only small, as you can see, tiny. But I say I put a limit order there. I put one limit order in at 97.90, just ahead of it, and I've still got, because I've obviously just checking everything here, I've still got some orders down here to buy 80.5 and 80. So if we come back to where it went to, which is a real shame, if I take us back to a 5-minute chart. Oh, we can see it hit probably about 81 or so. So I'm just missed out on my three fills there, really, for the swing trade. This is a swing trade that I've put in, so I've missed out actually on those. So what am I looking for? Just so you know, on this anyway, it is a swing. Well, I'm looking for prices if we come back out to maybe a 2-hour chart. Looking for prices to come all the way up, basically. So we'll just have to see. It's got a lot of work to do yet, but yeah, I'm looking for it to come all the way up to the upper 98s. So that's a bit of a shame that I didn't get filled. But what I've done is I've moved my stop up to the lows, because if it rolls back over and comes down to those lows, then I'll just exit anyway. So we'll see what happens with that. But obviously that's not live trading. I just put those limit orders in yesterday. And they've also been hit over at some point overnight. What's that? Yeah, in the early hours. Right, okay, I'm just going to press pause for a minute and have a look at these markets. Okay, I'm just having a look at these markets and look at the 5-minute chart here of the euro dollar, and you think, oh, I want to get short, But I'm looking at it and we've got positive momentum on the hourly charts, and so if anything, I should be looking to get long, which is bizarre. The pound dollar's come down as well so far, and I was just looking at this thinking, oh yeah, I wouldn't mind getting short on that. But that, on the hourly charts, we're right into support. So I can't short around a support zone, because it's possible we could reverse, and actually it's actually got a bit of a momentum divergence on the hourly charts as well. So, but just because we've got some divergences or positive momentum doesn't always mean that I can actually trade this. But let me actually have a look at this euro dollar a little bit more off screen, because maybe on the euro dollar, maybe at some point here, I may well be ironically be putting in a long position, not a short. So leave this with me, and we'll come back. Okay, so I'm going to be looking to get long at some point here this morning, which feels really strange, I know, on this euro dollar, but I will always be suspicious if we have a move and we don't have the momentum. But I've got to be patient. We've done an extreme down here, so I'm going to be looking for us to come down and revisit that extreme, and then when we bounce off of that, then I'll be looking to get long, and I'll be looking to then so I'll be looking to put probably about 3 lots on this morning, and that's the plan. So I've already got the plan here. I've just got to be patient now, so I've got to wait for it to come down, do some sort of double bottom or something like that, and then possibly when it comes back up in the bands again, then I'll be able to get in. So, and that's providing it does obviously come down. If it doesn't come down for this low and it just goes up and up and up, then I won't get in. But that's the plan at the moment. So we'll see how it goes. I'll press pause. Okay, it's typical. The euro has bounced quite nicely here, but obviously I've not been able to get in because I was looking for a pullback down to the lows, and it's not done that. So it's had a bigger move. Now it could still come all the way back down to those lows, but I might edge in around about 25. I've got to be a little bit careful because it could want to sweep down well below those lows. So I can only edge in with a small position, even if at 25, because I've got to allow for the slack on the stop. So because I've got to allow it to at least breach these lows. So, but at the same time, I don't want to miss out on this move. So it's one of those ones. So I'll keep my eye on this, and hopefully we can get some feel, and then start to build the position. So watch this space. So at the moment, we are We've had a decent run off the lows, so I'm going to have to wait and just see if it comes all the way down again, and flushes out a load of last traders, which would mean that it would need to come and break these probably lows a bit, and then I'd then look for it, see if it settled, and then trade it. So it's going to be a while yet. It's a shame it came straight up here and didn't have a nice little dip down to here, and then that would have been it. But the more it comes up, the less likely I'm going to be able to trade it, because if it comes up and hits resistance, then those resistance zones have already been hit, and then I can't then take the trade if it was to come down necessarily. But hopefully it doesn't, and it does start to roll over, but it's going to have to come all the way back down to these lows now, and so we're going to have to just play a waiting game, unfortunately. I'm not seeing anything else setting up just yet, but it's only just coming up to 9 o'clock, so we'll just have to wait and see. The analysis was there. I was right in that I was looking for the bounce and not for it to just carry on coming down. Momentum, as always, helps us out there. Oh, talking of which, well, not necessarily of which on momentum, we have got 2 days live trading coming up. Actually, why don't I start this recording again? No. We've got 2 days live trading coming up in the trading room on the 13th and 14th of November. Just email Sam at easytrader.com if you're interested. She will get back to you. She's away on holiday next week, and she'll get back to you that week, the beginning of that week. Anyway, I'll press pause for now, and we'll see how we go. Aha! So it is coming down for me. So I've been getting ready, and I always seem to choose the choice time to go and get ready. So it has come down. It's done the double bottom I'm looking for. I still think it could come a little bit lower, but I'm at least going to edge in. I'm going to have to give this a fairly sort of wide-ish stop, excuse me, today. But I think it could come a little bit lower. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to edge in with 2 entries, because I think what could happen, while I was in the shower, I was going through a prediction for what I'm looking for here, or what I think is going to happen. But I've had to put, excuse me, I've had to put 1 lot in just in case I'm wrong, obviously, and it just bounces from here. But I think what's going to happen is we're going to probably come a bit lower, maybe down to 135, and then I'll start to add to the position if that was to happen. So I'm looking for something like this. Let's bring this up a little bit, bring the pen on. What I'm thinking might happen is we're going to drift our way down a little bit more, but with the lack of negative momentum on the hourly chart, that may even go marginally negative, but then this is going to sort of play around for a couple of hours. That's what I'm looking for anyway, and then start to scoop up at some point today later. So that's the sort of pattern that I'm looking for. I've gone in, so I'll bring that up in a second, and I'm going to probably have to take some heat on this. So that's probably what's going to happen. But just in case I'm wrong and we do bounce, then at least I'm in. So let's bring up the account. So there we go. So obviously I'm in that yen position. So I've moved the stop up. Sorry, I thought I'd moved it up to break even, but of course this entry was at 97.90. So I can't do anything with that. So I've moved the stop to 97.80, and we'll just see what happens to that. It's such a small little trade, but if it runs and we get up to to 98.50 to 70 zone, then it'll still be doing okay. Anyway, so that's where we are at the moment. Obviously, we've got this euro trade, which is coming lower, which, like I said, is what I'm expecting. I'm going to have to carry a little bit of heat on this one, but that's why I've only put 1 lot in. So we'll see how we get on. So I better get a stop in, but I've got a. The only problem is with what price did I get in at? 18. So I have to have a stop in somewhere. So I'll put a stop at literally about 134.80, which is nearly 40 pips, but I'm not expecting it to go that low, and I'd probably cut it if it got that low, if it started getting that low. But I'm just going to give it that slack for now. So I'll press pause for now. Okay, so it is coming up a little bit here. So what I'm going to be looking for, I need to start looking at targets, but I do have an overall target of the hourly 21 MA. So let's actually have a look at the hourly chart, shall we? So here's the hourly 21. So going to be looking at that as a overall target. That could take several hours, and obviously this is going to be coming down as each hour passes towards price. We're down at 24 at the moment. It's up in the whatever it's up at the moment, in the probably 135.60s. So at the moment plenty of scope, but we'll have to see. Now what I'm going to be looking for is if we dip back down to this lower band, then I'm going to add another unit. I still think we could want to come over and make another third low, so I'll only put another half unit in, then I'll save those extra 1.5s, because I said I'd trade in 3 lots this morning, and then I'll add that third lot in. Oh, by the way, I was at the show when we were at the London Investor Show last week, one chap was saying it was very nice of the amount of people actually who were saying, oh, they like following these live trades on the Friday that I do these live videos, and he was asking about the position size, and I said I had to explain. Of course, I'm doing these on my challenge account, so that's hence why the position sizes are the way they are. So again, all small stuff on this challenge account. Hopefully, I can get a slightly bigger position here this morning, and I might have to take some heat, like I said. But I'm predicting that. And hopefully I'm going to be right, and we make a third low, but that third low is not too low, obviously, to come down and for me to have to change my decision making. So we'll see. Now, if we just come straight up, there's nothing I can do about it. I can't add to the position. I'm just going to have to just take it as it is, and we'll probably make maybe 150 quid or something like that. Silly, but sometimes it's the way it is in these markets. You look at your positions and you say, right, okay, I want to put a position on here, here, and here, and the market doesn't always allow you to do it. A bit like my swing on this dollar yen. It's my entry was at 90. Where's it gone? Here, 97.90, and we're up what now? 98.29. So I'm up what's that? 49 points. If my maths are correct. 39 points, so nearly 40 points. And my other entries at 97.80 just got missed by a pip. So you think, oh, that would have been so much nicer. But that's just the c'est la vie. That's trading, and we take what we get. So anyway, so for now, I'm just going to be playing a waiting game and seeing how this is going to go. Could take a while today. But hopefully I get to add in at least another half unit, and then we'll see what happens after that. I'll press pause for now. I don't think this is going to just go straight up. I just can't quite see that one, but you never know. Strange things have happened. Okay, so it's coming down for it, so I want this lower band. So the principles are that I'm not going to buy what usually when we're on the outside of the band. So if we come into the band and then come down to retest the lower band, then I will happily buy it. Even if I think that it could come over for a third low, I can't possibly predict exactly what's going to happen in the market, and I could ultimately be completely wrong. But at the same time, if we've come in, done a double bottom here, we have diverged on the RSI. So if I bring up the RSI charts for you, there we go. You can see a divergence. Oh, sorry, you can't see it, can you? Let me scroll it up. There you go. It says a divergence there on the RSI. Let's move that back to there. So yeah, so we've done that, and so I have to just go with the fact that that could be it, and so we could have a bit of a move. I still think that even if we do have a bit of a move, if it doesn't get up to that target, we've still got the potential to come up to here and then roll all the way over. So I really got to. Sometimes you look at the market structure and sometimes you think, yeah, this could be just a bit of a runner, and this could be it could be an easy run. And other times you look at the market structure and you think this market is not going to want to make it easy. This euro dollar has been coming down for the last few days, and yesterday obviously was a big day. And is it going to make it that easy for people who are trying to bottom pick, much like myself? Is it going to make it easy for them? So I'm trying to pick this off, and but also allowing for it to have these small new lows, which will just really annoy everybody, all these traders who are trying to bottom pick, and they'll just get stopped. So I do think that we could come down still yet and take out that 135.10 level. I have to allow for it at least anyway. So I'm just trying to give you my thinking. So if we'd have come down to this lower band here, I would have just put that third one in, but we haven't done it as yet. So we'll just see what happens, and I'll come back to this. Okay, Euro's still coming up. It didn't come down for that test, so if it does get up to this 5-minute 50, I will use that as a first little target there, because if it can get up to there without taking too long, then it will be up at around about 135.40, which will be about 20 pips. So I'll certainly take half there, and then I'm going to be in a position where we'll have to make that decision on how I then just trail the stop, and we might as well, rather than it coming all the way down. I'm still deeply suspicious that if it comes up, I think it's going to be one of those days where it will come up for a bit, and then it will roll all the way over again, then come back up again. I think it's going to be one of those days. It's going to be testing traders' resolve, I think, today. So, but we'll see. If it comes up, then I will take some profit off if we can get up to that zone. All right, I'm just back. I've been over the shops. I put a limit order in whilst I was out to come out at 37. Wow, I've literally just got back in and it's filled me. Just walked in the door here with all my shopping, and it has filled me at 37. Oh, that was a bonus because I suspect that literally just about hit it. Anyway, so that's only on half of the position. Let's go back. So it's only on half. I thought I'll put that in at 37 because I knew that was where roughly where I had to have a look and thought, oh, that's roughly where that 5-minute 50 will be. And so it's just reacting off that now. I still think that we could come down to new lows here and make this new third low, and from there will be, once we come down, if we do come down there, that's where I'll add to the position. Once we come back into the bands, so it'd be a bit like this, coming on the outside of the bands and come back into the bands, that's where we'll add, and that'll probably hopefully be the final position. And then it's a case of or it'll be the final position, then it's a case of how long is it going to take to wind its way up. It's possible it could take until Monday, but we'll see how we go. I think I've pretty much got the measure of this market here today. Wouldn't surprise me at all to make these new low. At least I've got something banked out of that, and then hopefully we can get another position off, and then if it starts trickling up. But it could be that obviously I need to get this video out to you. We're already 16 minutes into this, and it could be that I end up having to cut this video, and I'll just take a screenshot of my P&L once the trade is ultimately completed. We'll see. For now, I'll press pause. Okay, let's just have a look at this as we are breaking down a little bit. I thought, well, actually, if we're coming down a little bit, why don't I I think we are going to come a little bit lower, so why don't I put a little short in? So I might as well do that. Now that means I'm now net hedged, so if I because I'm long and short at the same time with the same position size. So if you look at the account here for this euro position, you see as the price is moving around, my net P&L is not moving anymore because I'm net flat. So we'll just see if it does start to come down, then obviously I'll bank that profit down there at that point, and then still hold the long, hoping that at some point then the long comes up. Now, if obviously I'm wrong here and we're not going to come down and we start coming up, then I'll bin this trade at about 30, and that'll affect my overall profitability then. So, but anyway, we'll give it a go. So let's just press pause. So just back. So as you can see, the euro's coming down a little bit, and like I said, so it doesn't matter what happens here. My overall net P&L stays at £65, but as you can see, I'm up in this position here now, the short position. So it's hedging that long that I'm in. So once it comes down to those lows, I'll be looking to exit that short. I don't know how much lower it will go, but at least what it means is it just means that I've not. If I'd have just sat in the long, then I'd be in negative overall on the position, or a lot less than I am at £65. So as you can see, just by having that hedge in, because you think actually this, I had to go with my analysis that I thought actually this is looking like it's going to come down. I might as well put a hedge in, and it's meant that I've been able to absorb £23 of negative on this position here, because I'm obviously up in the short. So, but anyway, at some point I've got to close out of this. So as we come down towards the lows, then I'll be looking to bail. But if we come back up to 20 now, then I'll also bail at 20. So because then I'll be about break even on the short. And if it gets above 20, then I'll just have to assume that it is going to start coming up. But at the moment, what I'll do is I'll actually bring the ticket over, as we're getting close down here now to breaking those lows. We're actually at the lows itself, so I could just take it. Here we go. But I think we got a little bit of space. Here we go to the downside. Just want to see that, just get a little bit of a flush there and see if it can penetrate that low. And if it can, then I'll just bank that profit on that. But what it's done is it's just means that it's seen off some of the loss, that if this carried on coming down, it stops me out on that overall position. By having this short in play, even though I'm going to take this profit out on this short shortly, it means that it's reduced any loss on that position. Obviously, I'm still in that dollar yen, that's still going up. Just a shame I didn't get filled at those other prices that I said earlier this morning. Anyway, let's keep an eye on this. I'm looking for. It's not surprising, I'm going to do a little bounce here, but I want to see this break. I think we need to come a little bit lower yet. Okay, so I'm getting closer. It's just had a little bounce. I'm hoping it's going to just come through. But whilst I'm here, I'm seeing a little opportunity on gold to get long. So I'm going to buy gold. So let's just bring the account over. Oh, we're not going to be at a 6. I could. Oh, actually, I'll just change the deal ticket. Okay, let's do it this way then. As it's playing around, gold. So I'm just trading gold on a CFD. It's only a very small position, so it's straight into trade. So what we'll do is we'll just get a couple in, and then I'll go through what I'm doing there. So 1 and 2. These are really small. There's 10 ounces, so it's 20 ounces. I've just gone in there on gold. Right. Okay. So let's get that changed back over to the usual what we've been trading today, euro dollar. Put it back into 50,000 clips. Okay. And actually, with this euro dollar, sorry, I thought it was about to come down there, and I still think it's going to, but it's really going to have to come up a long way, because let's say it comes up to 25 to 30, gets above this 5-minute 50. At that point, if I then come out of this short, I'm still going to be net £65, but then I'll close out my short at that point, obviously for a loss on the short, but I'm in the gain on the long, and then I'll bring my stop up to break even, or just above break even on the long, and so that whatever happens then, again, I can't lose. So I think that's the way I'll plan that one. Now on this gold, just whilst we're waiting to see what's going to happen on this, so you can see I've now got these 2 positions in on gold. There they are. I've got to put some stops in. It's very tight, but gold's had a lovely move down, but it's come down to its daily 21 moving average. So it's come down to that daily 21. So I'm seeing some reversing sort of signals here down here. It's come into its 5-minute bands, a bit like Euro's doing at the moment. It's similar sort of pattern to that, but it's diverged as well. And so I'm just going to put a fairly tight stop in down at about 13.11. But I'll give it a little bit more than that. Actually, if I get to give it at 13.09, it's still nothing on this. It's tiny bits. So that's what I'll do, and we'll see what happens on that. That could be the beginnings of a new, fresh swing long actually on that one. So I'll give it just a little bit of slack. I'll just put some stops in place, and we'll keep our eye on this euro dollar for now. Right, finally we're just coming down here now, so I'm going to be looking to this final low that I was looking for on the euro dollar, and so we're just coming down here to take this low. I'm just waiting to see if we're actually going to properly break. I've held on to this euro dollar as we just came up. Like I said, it would really need to have got above that 5-minute 50, but it's a really tough call now as to decide of where to come out, take this profit, and then loosen up the hedge when it could completely roll over. But at the end of the day, if it rolls over, it rolls over. So I'm going to just take it here as it's come down, and it'll probably just break now. But it's broken this a little bit. It has broken it a little bit. That's what I was looking for, but it could certainly come down a bit more. So now what I've done is I've banked that one that was just in. Obviously, this is my long on. So let's bring this across. I've got a lot going on here. This is the gold. So bring that across. You can actually see gold December CFD. There the euro goes now. Look. Oh dear, never mind. I came out a little bit on the early side there, but I still did well hedging it. At the end of the day, by hedging it, that's made a massive difference. So I've banked 30 quid there. So it's 30 quid. Offsetting this open loss here of 30 quid so far. So but remember, I'm still looking to get into on this euro. Remember my analysis that I've been talking about all morning, this scenario where I thought it might bleed its way lower. I've got very little by the way of momentum. We could come down sub 135 I think here, and then I'll be looking for us to come back into the bands, and then I can then finally get this the rest of this long on, and then we might be able to actually make some half decent money today. If gold comes up, then that could start turning up, but that's going to be a bit more of a swing I think. I'm in this dollar yen, so that's going up. So there's a few things going on here. So we'll see what happens. So I'll press pause for now. Right, I'm actually going to put another hedge in here, guys. I say guys, before I talk to the room then for a minute. I'm going to put another hedge in here, so I need to put another short in on the euro dollar. So right, so I've now just hedged again because it has come down that little bit lower. Let's put that over there. So hopefully I've got this right. So I've got another hedge in. So that, yeah, we'll now see. So I'm now net flat again, long and short. at now £38 because I was just looking at this, and I do think actually now it's broken. We've got the daily 50 down at 135, 134.85, so it's possible to have a bleed down to there. So rather than me just sitting in my position and just seeing this go down into effectively net negative, I might as well just hedge it for now and see how it goes. If it gets down to, if this euro can get down to close to 35, if it comes up, it doesn't matter. I'll just bail it out and say, oh well, never mind. I've not really made anything today on this. See, lots of little trading, and sometimes you can just sit back and do very little trading, like on my swings that I do, and make a lot more money. It's just the way it goes sometimes. But whereas other times you can be day trading quite actively, and you can really have a cracking little day. But but lots of bit part stuff here today. I was right on if you go, the analysis from this morning, and I think was basically spot on. I think it's going to, like I said, bleed up later, but I've got to get this video out. It's 1:30 in the afternoon. So what we're going to do is I'm going to have to call this a wrap. You can see that I've got profits banked. Look, there we go. So good job, I just hedged that. But you can see that I've got profits banked. You can see I'm in this gold trade. So if gold comes down to 13.09, you know I get stopped out. If it goes up, you know I'm making money. The euro is going to be a bit more difficult in that. Actually, no. I'll tell you what. I'll wait until after the news at 2. We'll send this out as a later video update today. So no, I'll scratch that because otherwise you can't see what I've done. Or shall I just finish it and then just send a screenshot later? No. We'll keep it for now. Yeah, okay, I'll press pause, but at least I'm hedged here. The dollar yen, if the dollar yen gets up to, it's at what, 41 at the moment, into the 50s, I'm looking at around about just before 56, I'll come out of this one. So it's at 41 at the moment, so in about another 10 to 15 pips, and then I'll bank that profit on that dollar yen. Sorry, right. I'll press pause for now. So just to put you in the picture of my dollar yen trade, which obviously I'm still in, it's been a great trade all day. Probably one of those trades that you don't get very often because obviously I've got filled right down near the lows here, and still holding a position. So great trade it's been. So let's put that back to about there. But of course I only got filled on one of mine and not the others. But like I said, on the other accounts, I've got a couple of other accounts here. On this MT4 account, I've got this open position here of £193, and that's only on a half lot. There you go, and I've got half lot already banked, so for 129. So would have been up on my account because I was going to be trading at about the same size as that, about 3/4 the size of that actually. I would have been in at. Would have been up a nice little £200 on the challenge account today on that position alone. So, but you know. Sometimes it happens that you just don't get the feels, and especially across different accounts, it's just so easy when you're managing so much money across different accounts. Sometimes that's why I can underperform myself sometimes just by slight little things. I'll put slightly different prices in on different accounts for various reasons, and sometimes it works for you, and sometimes it can work against you. So just thought I'd share that with you. That just goes to show you what can happen. So I've got a limit order in on this dollar yen. It's literally 3 pips or so. Yeah, 3 pips from my target. Anyway, I've got a target at 52. We've got news coming out. I might as well just close out. There you go. I had a limit order at 52, so I've come out there of that dollar yen position as it was just ahead of yesterday's highs. So I've just taken that now. So that's banked. Obviously still hedged on the euro, so that's not going to move, and I've got this small position down here on the gold, which if it lost it would lose about 30 or 40 quid. So whatever happens, there's not going to be too much going on here. So we'll see what happens on the news, and we'll see how we can trade through. Just back, we're slammed down here. I think we've hit the daily 50. My stop's at 80. We're at 86. So my gold trades stopped me out. I'll show you that in a second. So I need to quickly do what I'm doing here. I think I need to close all of this. No, my stop's at 80. No, I need to close the short. Sorry. Right. Closing position quickly as I can. Right, I've closed the short. And my stops. It's a shame I couldn't get out there at 86. I was faffing around. I was eating lunch. So I've closed the short. I'm still in the long. Yep, that's right.
and lost 69. I was £69 on gold. I'll revisit that because I think that's in a bottoming process here at the moment. So at the moment, it's going to be a rubbish day. So just what can you do? Sometimes the market's been the way it's been. Yes, I could have just been on the short side of the euro dollar today, but the market wasn't giving me the shorting signs not to properly be fully short, and so you have to trade according to how you want to trade and what your signs are. So we've come down to that daily 50 MA, which is at 134.85. So we're hitting that, but we could well easily come the other side of that. And I'm going to be looking to possibly trade this later this afternoon if it starts to trickle its way up. But for now, I'm going to just take it as it is. We could end up with zero here, or maybe negative if that hits. What are we at now? 80, we're 83. We'll see if this is going to stop me for a net. Whatever it's going to come out at, to be very small. Net slight loss, loss here, gain here. It's going to be a flat day, guys. And it's funny, isn't it? Flat day on this account, and having a really nice day on some of the other accounts. So it just goes to show you how it can work out. But I'm still wondering whether if this can pick up, could actually still make a little bit of profit, a couple £100 or so here this afternoon, even on this account, if my analysis overall is right. But it's 2 o'clock. I've got to get this out to you. I'll make it a wrap. I do apologise. It's 30 minutes long. Most of you probably were fast forwarding all the way through this anyway. Have a great one, and we'll be back in touch next week.